Well, hello, lifeboat. This is your captain speaking, Captain Calhoun, and it's still Memorial Day. Imagine that. I'm not quite prepared, but whatever. I hit the button. I was sick of waiting. Hello, Lynn Sanity. Good to see you. I'm glad you made it. Jamie Palmer, Kristen Melinda. I heard you got 4 whole hours of adult time. That's pretty big. Dude, good job. I hope that it was amazing. Dawn Gloves, hello. Mara. Roberta, the seventh son, Shannon Smith, LEJ. How you guys doing? Hope everybody's enjoying this kind of holiday, kind of not. L. Bowman, what's going on? Duffster Rhymes. Body Illusion, always a pleasure. I'm glad you made it. Somebody needs chapstick, and it's me. What's going on, guys? Welcome in. Davey. I don't know if you were on time or not, but who's counting? I'm glad you made it. Blessed to Crochet. Hey there. What's going on? Layla Bradley, Piano Mom. Heck yeah, it should be a good day today, guys. So far, my day's been good. I was about to say meh, but we're going to go with good. My day was good. Absolutely, Linsanity. It's my pleasure. And I'm sure it's everyone else's as well. I will let you know what we find as soon as we find it. Hello. What's going on, guys? All righty. Well, we are strapped in. Beautiful day here, says Anika's mom. We are going to kind of have some fun. But we're going to talk about some stuff. In making a show for you guys today, I have noticed, and this isn't the first time I noticed it, but there are some recurring themes that are that show up every time I research a subject, no matter what the subject is. And I keep trying to find a subject that will give me different talking points, but we seem to keep circling back to the same stuff over and over and over. So instead of making a show on a recovery topic that I choose today, I decided to make a show on all the things that we keep circling back to. And I wonder why these are common denominators in all of the recovery stuff that I am inspired by. I don't know, but I think it's pretty interesting. It pretty much comes down to just a few simple things, and we're going to get into them one at a time, but I'm also going to take my time. Rhonda McCune, good to see you. Janet G. I have not. Well, I had tacos for lunch. I had leftover tacos. I'm hungry again, though, for sure. This amoxicillin is not good for my digestive system, I have to say. I'll be absolutely not hungry at all, and then I'll eat like 6 tacos, huge tacos. It's very interesting. I'm going to pig out after this, Davey. It's going to be ugly. Hope and safety vibes sent to your grandson serving in the Marines at JBZ. Yeah, thank you for his service, and let's get some ones for all of our armed forces out there. All right, all of our loved ones fighting for our freedoms. And from Massachusetts, I'm just finishing my dinner. I made Chinese garlic cucumbers. Ooh, that sounds really good. Easy Japanese pickles, teriyaki chicken, and rice. Teriyaki chicken and rice is a staple, but these Chinese garlic cucumbers, what is this sorcery? You must teach me your secrets. That sounds fantastic. Antibiotics also kill good bacteria in your gut. Don't overeat. Yes, ma'am. I will not overeat. I promise. I have been trying to be conscious of that. He said I'll be at risk of C. diff. I don't know exactly what that is, but it has something to do with my gut not having any bacteria at all, and then the bad stuff moves in. So he told me about that. He was like, I would rather put you on this stuff, but then you'd be at risk for C. diff. And I said, well, I don't want that. And I'm pretty sure he put me on it anyways without asking again or informing me. But so I want to trust the guy. I'm sure it's fine. Just going to try not to overeat. I've been eating lots of yogurt and lots of oatmeal, blueberries, been kind of doing the vegan diet, although I did have beef and cheese tacos for dinner last night and for lunch. And there was no vegetables to speak of. Not one bit. Not one bit. Me too, Tommy Bird. I feel like it's not even enough. I am down to 150 again. So I'm losing weight once again. Even though, despite my overeating, my uncle asked me once, he's like, "Do you have a tapeworm?" And I said, "I'm pretty sure I do not." But all the doctors are closed today. That's what the whole thumbnail thing was about. I was calling for trying to get a general, what is it, like a family doctor or whatever, my general practice, and also get an appointment. I decided, why don't I just get the crown pulled? Why is it so complicated? Why am I making it complicated? I think my fear was running the show there for a little bit, but if I just get the one crown pulled that falls under insurance, it'll get paid for, then the bacteria won't have a place to fester anymore, because the rest of the teeth aren't like in the greatest shape, but they're also not causing problems. They're doing their job, and I'm maintaining them. You know what I mean? So I think I'm just going to go get this stupid crown pulled, and I bet you I have an immediate relief. These evening shows aren't going to be so low energy moving forward. I actually feel pretty good today, but it's hard for me to get really excited. I didn't want to do a show about something that I was really excited about today because I don't want to ruin it by being tired from my health stuff. So I'm going to go ahead. I bet you I can get this sucker pulled tomorrow. I don't know what it sounds like when I bang on my desk, but that's how I feel. I'm really excited. I bet you I can get this sucker pulled tomorrow. So excited. I'm sorry, JBZ. At this current moment, I'd be willing to trade, I think, but I think both of us are probably going to figure it out eventually, right? We all are dealt the hands that we're dealt, and the grass is always greener on the other side, right? At least that's how it always seems to me. And I'm definitely not going to let this metabolism thing defeat me, dude. I am going to gain weight. I'm going to put a bunch of muscle on, and it's going to be great. I'm going to totally serve myself by not letting this whole metabolism thing beat me. And I have faith in you too, JVZ. Your path is just going to be different than mine, but I think both of us are going to succeed. And that's my opinion. That's how I feel about it. But I have to say, this is hard. I've been some pretty dark places and done some, walked some serious gauntlets, made it out of some sticky situations. But gaining weight is way harder than a lot of the things that I've been through. I'll tell you what. And I have to say, it's not like life threatening for me. So it's not. There's not. I don't know, when there's a fire under your butt, you move forward kind of thing, right? So there's the only drive for me to gain weight is my ego and my desire to put on muscle and look a little better and look better. So I don't think it's as motivating as something that needs to happen. Often I think gets done a little easier because it's easier to motivate yourself when you need to do something. I guess that's not necessarily always the case, but in general, right? And maybe that's also why, LEJ, I hope so. I feel like I've never felt so drained from like an infection or like from being like a little sick, or anything like that. I feel so drained. I did some push-ups before the show to kind of get my blood pumping, and I was so winded afterwards. There's something weird going on, and maybe it is just the amoxicillin. My body's definitely feeling weird. My stomach is burbly, very audibly bubbly, making all kinds of burble sounds all the time in every situation. I'm surprised you guys haven't heard it yet. It's a burbler. Burble skis. Yeah, you're right, Davey. I totally hear you here, and I feel like I just have never felt so drained. But I'm also getting older. Maybe I'm old now. I don't know. It's gonna be fine. That I do know. It's gonna be fine. And tomorrow I'm gonna get the sucker pulled. Mark my words. The first doctor that says I'll pull it, I'm coming. I'm coming. Call the Uber. Stat. I'm getting the tooth pulled. Yeah, I can't wait. I live for now. I cannot wait. I'm excited. And I'm terrified of the dentist. Let's be real, people. I'm not. I have some trauma or some phobia, some unrealistic. There's some kind of mental stuff going on when I go into the dentist, and I don't like it. But I am going to get this done, and I'm going to feel better. And that's all there is to it. Period. Simple as that. I decided to turn the brightness up on my ring light today because I was looking at myself brushing my hair, and it was so yellow. It's not that yellow in here, I swear. Nothing's as yellow as it looks to me on the screen. And maybe that's just my screen being weird, but I thought I'd turn off I have a yellow light right there, yellowish light. I turned it off and turned my bright light up. So I wonder how that looks. Certainly getting a better look at my face. Trimmed the stash up. I should be good to go, Looking good on my end, says Linsanity. Well, thank you. Yeah, I can't wait, Janet G. I feel like it's going to be like a full body makeover kind of feeling, but who knows? We'll see. We'll see. Evening, morning, folks from Australia. What's going on, man? Welcome in. Tenaciously Tina. Hi, everyone. I don't know if I've ever said hello to you, but I love your name. Tenaciously Tina. Tenacious is just such a fun word. But I feel old, guys. That's the point. I feel older than I was. And what is age but relativity, Speaking of grasshoppers, has anyone in here ever had a chocolate covered grasshopper? My mom told me, wait, I feel like this is a random memory from my childhood, but I remember my mother telling me she went to a work party and they had chocolate covered grasshoppers, and I thought that was so gross. But apparently that's a thing some places. Got the job, Lord Kiss Freak. Dude, I knew it. I knew it this whole time. I just didn't want to say it. But I felt it in my bones, sir. I felt it in my bones. Congratulations. Congratulations. How does it feel? How does it feel to be a bad MFer, dude? It's the one that says bad Mamoka. That's when the wisdom kicks in, Linsanity. I hear at 40, the wisdom. Right? Yeah, me too, Anne. That's totally how I feel, at least on purpose. I'm sure that there's been some accidental sleep ingestions on my part. They sell them at the airport. What? What? Oh, Tina Jenkins. Okay, I know who you are. All right. You guys want to talk about these recurring themes for a bit? I feel like no matter what subject I'm researching or presenting or discussing, we talk about some common subjects over and over and over. They're involved in everything that I've looked at so far. So I figured we'd kind of talk about those instead of something specific. We'll just talk about all these generalities, like resilience building. Whether we're talking about recovering from trauma, addiction, what have you. Whether we're talking about dang, I should have pulled up some of my recent shows so I knew some topics. But the ability to bounce back from a setback is key, is absolutely key, because life is inevitably going to throw curveballs. One of the things they say in the 12-step rooms is suit up and show up for life and meet life on life's terms. And basically what that means is life's going to do what it does. You really only have control over what you do. Everything else is just you're just going to kind of have to deal with it. You're going to kind of have to figure out how to navigate because you don't have control over it, right? So the ability to bounce back from setbacks, building resilience, there's no wonder it's a huge common denominator for all of our different topics that we talk about. I'm sure y'all can remember a time recently I've talked about resilience building. And if I had my stuff together and all in one place, I could list to you all the shows recently where we talked about resilience building. I bet you it's damn near all of them that we talk about a recovery topic. Yeah, and I like that word, resilience. It's not a word that you hear very often. But, we do experience setbacks quite frequently, at least if you're like me. So the ability to roll with the punches. There's no wonder that's something that comes up often. Another of these subjects is learning opportunities. Um, whether we're falling down and getting back up, whether we're relapsing, whether we're just dealing with trauma that's been there forever, we are learning. We're moving forward. We're becoming better. These are all opportunities for growth. And I think that's always something to remember is no matter what, I'm an eternal student in this life, no matter how old I am, no matter how much I've seen. Although I have to say when I'm like 80 years old, it's going to be a little harder to be humble on this particular subject. But, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. The point is that I'm an eternal student. There's always something to learn. There's, just the fact that we all experience life in our own unique ways. No matter how long I've been experiencing life, someone else has had a completely different experience. And I'm sure that I could learn something from their perspective, right? So no matter what, there's always a learning opportunity, whether we're talking about falling down, whether we're even talking about having a success. I often, and I'm not saying this is necessarily a good thing, but just on the contrary, when I do good, sometimes I think to myself, man, I could have done this a little better. I'm like an eternal, what's it called? Critic of myself, but I don't necessarily think that's terrible. Eternal student. Yeah, I do like that a lot. It's a good one. It's a good one. Yeah, me too, Anne. It's a quite a humbling feeling, like to feel like you've come very far, but you're still just a speck amongst so much, and not to like take away from myself, right? But also like there's just this vastness that we're surrounded by as far as generalities go, knowledge, people, things, stuff to learn, things to do. There is a vastness to the world. Good afternoon and evening, morning, Captain, crew, Brazy Girl. What's going on? Hope your day was blessed in some way. My day was blessed in some way. I have a plan of action. I'm not in pain. I got a lot done today. I feel good enough to get excited a little bit, which is really cool. I did not picture myself getting excited today, but that's okay. We're here now, and we're better for it. Ruminating on pain stifles resilience and growth. Yes, I would have to agree with that. You have to experience and deal with the pain a little bit. You can't shut it away or run from it, but you definitely don't want to get stuck inside of it, aka ruminate. But you definitely need to look it right in the face and accept it and say, sir, you are real. And that's okay. And that's how we move forward, in my opinion. Be careful, 98% of oatmeal are genetically modified, and any dairy products, if they're made out of milk, are definitely full of antibiotics and bovine growth hormones. So you're not eating as good as I could. And if your blueberries aren't 100% heirloom organic, they're no good vegan diet is according to your blood type, otherwise dangerous. Interesting. Well, I'm not attempting to go vegan for the sake of going vegan, and vegan was more of a joke when I said that word earlier. But yeah, I'm definitely not eating the best that I could. I will tell you, I'm eating as cheap as I possibly can, which is a victory. I definitely intend to iron those details out, but today's not the day for it. And today's budget ain't the budget for it either, unfortunately. Captain on the bridge. That's me, baby. What's going on, SG? Welcome in, welcome in. Jamie Palmer says, my trauma is pretty specific. I'm not surprised. Generally, trauma tends to be pretty specific to individuals and their experiences. But there is a way to move through it. And I promise you're not alone. Regardless of how specific it is, I promise there's someone that can relate in some way, shape, or form. Probably quite a few, I would imagine. You are real, sir. Really handsome, lol. Oh, well, thanks. I don't know if you were talking to me, but I'm just going to pretend that you were, and I'm better off for it. Yeah, I like to bless my food as well. Maybe I'm crazy, but I can taste the difference, baby. I tell you what, Franklin. And hello there, by the way. Welcome back. It's been a while since I've seen your face, Franklin. I'm honored. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Workaholic Panda. What a great name you have. All the better to hang out with. My budget getting tighter every month. No pay raises to match food price increases. This is a very good point. It is happening all over the country. And dare I say, I don't have intimate knowledge of this, but I imagine it's happening all over the world. And we do have people from other places in the world here that can probably attest to the validity of that statement or not. But there's something going on. I feel like there's a finite amount of resources and we keep having babies. Does that occur to anyone else? And I'm not, I'm no census master. I don't count populations or project consumption rates and whatnot. But I feel like we're going to run out of resources eventually, right? And it's probably not going to be like we flip the switch. It's probably not going to be like the lights going off. All of a sudden, there's no resources. It's probably going to be a slow degradation into this country invading that country, this and that and the other. You know what I mean? It's going to be a slow hill, a slow roll down into oblivion if that is the case. And kind of seems like that's happening already. These are just thoughts that I have. I don't know if I'm crazy or if I'm onto something or if I'm just speculating, but I'm sure I'm not the only one that's thought these thoughts. Being on fixed income with the prices and food going on is so difficult. I tell you what. There's got to be a point where something changes. I feel like we can't continue to spiral down forever. So there's going to be some big changes, I imagine. Oh my Lord, Jamie Palmer. I'm not going to put that up on the screen, but I am so sorry to hear that. Sometimes I just feel like I shouldn't put stuff on the screen that is very personal to people. I feel like if I feel like I should ask the person, I just don't put it up. You know what I mean? If I feel like I need to ask permission, but my heart goes out to you. I can't imagine. In some ways, it's kind of cool that her last moments were spent with you in some morbid kind of way. And I don't mean to offend at all. I'm just trying to put a positive spin on the sitch. I definitely, my dad said this once or twice before, I'm sure, but one of the reasons I moved out here is I thought I was going to watch my dad die. I thought I was going to take care of him. And I still intend to. I'm ready for that. You know what I mean? But that was definitely half the reason I came out here was to take care of my pops. And I can't imagine not being there for anything like that. I can't imagine, like on the flip side, I can't imagine not moving out here knowing what may come to pass. You know what I mean? I can't imagine not being there for my mother in her time of need. I tell you what, would crush me. Probably not helping at all. I'm sorry. I am commiserating though, and I'm sorry if I have gone over the line a little. REA, give us some good news, brother. Good to see you. For those of you that don't know, REA is expecting a newborn babe. And we have been praying for him. Pixel Pixie, the Admiral, Captain Tommy promoted himself to the Admiral. He still pops in from time to time, and it's funny you bring that up. He told me he was going to pop in today. He hasn't popped in yet, so we'll see about that. But no, he's still around. He pops in now and again, and in fact, he is live every evening at 7:30 p.m. Pacific time for those diehard Admiral Tommy fans. He's on every night at 7:30 p.m. But he should be here in a little bit, I feel like. Absolutely, absolutely. I'm glad I saw that. Every once in a while, I get a question like that. It's hard to spread the message because everyone lives their own lives and whatnot. So I try to answer every time I see something like that. Could you guys hear that? I feel like there's no way you didn't hear that. What's going on, Shelly? Just outside yelling. We are in early labor, just waiting for things to happen. So we are at home. Comfortable. That's just out front. That's why that one was so loud. That scared me for a second. Oh, man. Franklin MC with the epic statements, trauma isn't what happens to you, it's how your mind interprets the events. Bravo, I couldn't have said it better. I think this is a very important point. We are not our trauma as well. It's just how our brain explains it and understands it. The things that have happened to us. All right. Where were we? Learning opportunities. One of the other subjects that is perpetually popping back up is humility and empathy. No matter what we're going through, no matter where we're at now, whether we're processing through some brand new stuff, some ancient things, dealing with family, business, whether we're in failure or victory, there are opportunities to be humble, and setbacks are reminders to be humble, reminders that we can still get knocked down. And also reminders that there's a reason we come to these things. There's a reason connection is so important. That empathy, feeling for other people. And there's another point on here that kind of relates with this, and that's appreciation of success. When we fall down, if we never fell down and never had to get up, would victory be sweet? If everything was good all the time, would it even be good without the contrast, right? So I like to, when I have a setback or I fall down, I like to remember that it's just making victory that much sweeter. It's just reminding me that I'm alive. It's just reminding me why I fight, why I struggle, why I try so hard, right? It reminds me why I'm headed where I'm headed. Journaling has helped a lot too. I tell you what, I should have put that on this list. I don't know why it's not on there. Journaling. A few days before Mother's Day. Wow, I'm so sorry to hear that. Pain-free is good, in a better place, huh? Thank you for coming in here and sharing that. I can't imagine. Workaholic Panda. Much love to you and yours. Blessing and a curse, Brazy. I can agree with that 100%. Just another animal. I'm so excited for dinner. Holy crap, it's going to be great. It's just what was on my mind in that moment. The tooth doesn't hurt right now, but man, I was worried it was going to be hurting all through this, but the Advil decided to actually do its job right before I went on, so that's pretty cool. I decided, though, I'm way overcomplicating the sitch, Shelly. Check this out. Today, everyone's closed. It's Memorial Day, right? Happy Memorial Day, everyone. But tomorrow, I'm going to get the sucker pulled. I bet you there's a dentist out there that wants to pull my crown tomorrow morning. I bet you money. So that's what we're going to go. That's what we're going to go with, because the crown is the problem tooth. I mean, the rest of my teeth aren't doing fantastic, but they're also not an issue right now. They're doing their job, and I'm maintaining them. You know what I mean? And I let that dentist freak me out. I don't need to do all that crazy crap right now. I just need to get this one crown pulled out. Then the infection won't have a place to fester and return to. I bet you I get instant relief when the infection has a place to go. I bet you it's like, boom. So that's my plan. I'm going to do that tomorrow. Also, maybe get some blood work tomorrow. The general practitioner doctors, the regular doctors, are also closed today, so I could not trying to get a regular general practice doctor that I can jive with. So I'll probably do that tomorrow too. And if I do succeed in these endeavors, the Admiral will be filling in for me tomorrow. Just a heads up. I know he does a great job. His numbers are like triple mine every time, and that's totally like makes sense to me. But got a lot of work to do. I got some big shoes to fill. Not that I'm filling the shoes, but at the same time, I'd like to be as good, if not better, than my dad at everything. So you got to shoot for the stars if you want to land amongst them, right? Now that we're talking about my tooth, though, it's yelling at me, dude. Mm, mm, mm. Yeah, they're just like little bones with nerves inside them for chewing up food. It is kind of strange, right? Teeth. And they have like a shockwave effect. Like sometimes this one's the problem tooth, but it makes everything hurt for some reason. I don't know why. Has happened before, will happen again, I'm sure. You gotta be you. Yeah, and I'm working on that for sure. Whenever my dad gave me advice as a kid, I would always have to make it my own. I would always have to like take it and put my spin on it. So I totally get you there. And we're doing the thing. I actually coming far. If I didn't have this whole infection thing going on, we would be much farther down this path already. But I'm not in a hurry. It's not about the destination. It's about the journey, baby. And I'm really enjoying the journey so far. I just hate not having any energy. There's all kinds of ideas I want to try and these wings I want to flex and fly around with, but it's okay. Things are still moving at a breakneck pace, even though I'm not going as fast as I'd like to. And JBZ, I was about to get them, and I still may. I still may. I tell you what, uh, the money is an issue. Matrix Rabbit. Did I see Matrix Rabbit? I see Sweet Tea. Yeah, so it's actually not even doing anything right now, Sweet Tea. There's not a tooth under it. All my wisdom teeth have been pulled, so there's one molar behind this one. So it's the second from the back, not including wisdom teeth. And it's a crown. The one behind it is a real tooth that allegedly isn't doing that great, but I mean, it's also not doing anything. It's just hanging out and living back there. There's no bottom teeth. Past here. There's like 2 or 3 teeth missing on the bottom there. We are still working on them. The recurring theme of the boat journals, Shelly, is that we send them off to get worked on for second opinions on how to get this index thing rolling, and then never hear back. But I will say it is better than it's ever been. I do have an index on it now. In fact, let me show you. The only problem we've run into is it's not, so I want it to work on every device, no matter what. You should be able to pull it up on your phone. You should be able to pull it up on Apple, Android, whatever, computer, tablet. You should be able to pull it up on your grandma's ancient Wackintosh for as far as I'm concerned. So that's not working yet. I'm told that, and I didn't see Mr. Ben Bacon Bits in here today, but he can speak on it more specifically because he was helping me out with it. But from what I understand, it doesn't format properly on mobile devices. But if you have a computer, it's ready. It's hard for me to sell a product that's not complete. You know what I mean? So I've been posting journal stuff in the community tab every day. But here, let me digress. Let me show you how it's come along. Shout out to Mr. Ben Bacon Bits for helping me out with this thing. If it wasn't for him, we wouldn't have an index. All right. Now keep in mind, well, here, maybe I can take it away. Keep in mind, this is like on my computer and I'm opening it with the tool I use to edit it. So it may look slightly different for you, but this is the gist of it. Where are we at? Where are we at? Where are we at? Window, journal companion. Boom. Money. Are we sharing? No, we're not. Here we go. Hide message. Boom. Okay. So these little text boxes won't be here. When we formatted it, these errors appeared, but it used to just be a picture of a boat. I'll probably make the letters more visible. That's not the point. The point is the issue was the scrolling. Like, how can I get to the day that I want accurately? It's so difficult to scrub through, but now we can just click on May 20th. I can click on March 10th. I can go down, blah, 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 blah. Today's September 9th. Boom. And also we've made it editable, so I can actually just journal in here. Oh, I can't even type. So it is doing very good, but it doesn't look like this on the phone. I haven't tested it personally on the phone. I figured I would just take Ben Bacon Bits' word for it. So there's just always one little more hurdle. We're getting close. I'm so sorry. I hate, like, I feel like I'm hippie fishing. I feel like I have a dollar on the end of a fishing rod in the desert, and I'm just kind of like leading people along with it. And that's not my intention. I apologize. It's just not happening. What is this? What is this? We're gonna let that work itself out, and then maybe I've got a surprise. You guys like surprises, right? I hate surprises, but he'll come back. He'll come back. You know, that is a great question. Seven Sun asks, why are iPhone chargers not called apple juice? Chow Yun Smart, what's going on? Oh, hey, it's Mr. Bacon Bits. We were just talking about you, dude. All terrible things, terrible things. You know, Shelly, originally it was a physical journal. The first 2 or 3 renditions we sent off to companies and tried to make business deals with publishing companies, and they kept giving us the runaround and not responding and like not hitting deadlines. So we decided to make it ourselves, cut out the middleman. And I would like eventually to have a physical printing of the whole thing, but it was giving us such a hard time. We decided to just make a version of it ourselves. We can sell it for $5 or something. You know what I mean? I would like to get a physical version. This is going to be something that we can like make a new version of every year. We can expand on and get new questions. The need to hold people's hands with journaling is not going to go away. Journaling isn't a natural thing for people. It just isn't. And I don't know why that is, but it wasn't natural for me. I had to learn how to do it. If I had the journal companion by the Lifeboat, it would have been a lot easier for me to learn. I tell you what. So it's something that we can make new over and over and over again. So eventually I would like it to be hardcover, you know, maybe pocket sized even, who knows? So that's still the dream. It's just not there. We're not there yet. The digital has upsides and downsides, I feel like, right? The downside is we have all these formatting issues that's so complicated to make it work how we want it to work. But the upside is you can have it anywhere once it works. Once we figure it out, anywhere, any device, portable, lightweight. It's very, very nice, right? And also, I'd like to ask, and please be honest, don't tell me it's awesome and if you don't like it, but what do you think of that as an idea? The digital journal companion. You've seen some of the questions. You've seen me show you the index, the rendition. That's how it looks when it's working, right? When I pull it up on the phone, it won't look like that. I'm gonna have to fix that, I guess. What do you think of what we have so far, though? I think it's great. I like a big ass journal too, Shelly. I tell you what, I like to feel it in my hands. It's real, you know? And you know, Google, that might be the answer, Ben. At that point, it's like freeware, though. At that point, we're just sharing knowledge with people, which is fine. But that was not the original dream for the journal. We were trying to kill two birds with one stone with that one for sure. Finding ways to fund what we do, as well as ways to further the mission, is 90% of the background work that I do. Is I'm looking for ways that we can fund our endeavors as well as push the envelope for what we're doing, right? So in this case, that would be the Journal Companion is helping us learn how to journal, get more comfortable with writing more on a page about different topics, about peeling the onion, which is going to ultimately serve our goal. But also, if we sell it for $5, then we can put more people in medical assisted treatment. We can expand, we can do this, we can do that. Jacob can put more stuff on the website. You know what I mean? So that's what it's all about. That's a lot of what I'm doing in the background, is trying to figure out how we're going to do that. So thank you for everyone that's helped me with this. Thank you for your input and whatnot as well. Have a good evening, Sandy Wandy. I'm telling you what, Linsanity, a little hardcover one to carry around would be sweet. Someone sent me this pocket memo book, and I love it. I wrote in it the beginning of something great, and I haven't picked it up yet. But I haven't really been leaving the house either because I'm trying to stay healthy. That's something I would carry with me in my, oh, you know what? The captain's pocket. I need a little pocket protector, y'all. Get my super nerd on. What about that? How do you feel about that, huh? Having way too much fun today. That's good. I'm all awake now. You know, the Admiral tried to show up and then couldn't get his camera to work, got frustrated, and went home. Because I saw him pop up and now he's gone. Shout out to my dad. You're the man. We love you. Absolutely, Linsanity. And I'm trying to be as consistent with that as possible. But I'm glad it's helping. I just need some glasses. Where are my glasses? Can't see anything without my glasses. I just really want this top button to be buttoned all the way up so I can just feel more comfortable with with life and what's going on. And have you guys seen the stock market today? I don't think I dried my lip well enough. Yeah. I'm actually quite a jokester. You guys don't see me messing around a whole lot. I come in here and I get serious, but I do handstands and, well, I guess I shouldn't say that. That's not true. I've never done a handstand. I do headstands and somersaults and things. You don't even know. You don't even know. Yeah, you guys have, I've completely lost it, haven't I, Davey? What is going on? What happened? What have you done with the captain? Who are you and what have you done with the captain? Maybe it's Tink time. Should I drop the dropper? Brazy girl, count me down. let me get ready though. Hold on. Let's get right into it. I've got you covered, Shelly. I don't know if you know or not, but I'm going to the regional burn in Salt Lake, not in Salt Lake, but in Utah, the regional burn at the end, or pardon me, like the third week of June 18th, I'm flying out. And I'm going to bring you guys with me. You're going to get to see live fire performances. You're going to get to see a live effigy burn and the silent, somber temple burn as well as probably general shenanigans if I can get a good connection. And if I can't get a good connection, we're just going to roll the tape and we'll come back and do an instant premiere and treat it like it's live anyways. So you won't have to see, I mean, the farting around in the living room is awesome. Don't get me wrong. But the real thing on fire is completely different. And I can't wait to show you guys. I don't know if you knew that or not, Shelly, but I wanted to share that with you and every member of the crew. This is the jacked up Tommy's Tank. It's my new favorite. It hurts, but not real bad. You know what I mean? Now I told Brazy to count me off, and then I just started blabbering. So now let me go check and see, make sure I didn't leave my girl hanging. Oh, thank you so much for saying that, Brazy. Getting quite comfy in the chair. You rock this boat. Love you much. Sending love right back at you, Brazy. Wouldn't be the same without you. I tell you what. Radio broadcaster or phone sex call. 1-900-SPANKS. Spanks at night. I'm not opposed to any of the above. Honestly, you guys want to hear something wild? This is going to put a great picture in your head. I could totally see myself being like a male stripper. I would make dollars, I feel like. I would totally make it rain. I would definitely have to come out of my shell a little further than I already have. There's definitely some blocks still in the way of me and that dream, between me and that dream. But maybe one day. I have lots of friends that have poles installed in their houses and stuff, and I have messed around quite a bit. I have some tricks. I'm just not that good yet. My core is not nearly. I tell you what, those people are ripped and strong. Played 18 holes today. What did you get? Birdie, 2 squirrels, and a frog. Quit stalling. Okay, I'm going in. That was a lot. I touched it to my tongue and then was like, that's not enough. I squeezed it and a big fat drop came out. Ooh, y'all saw. I felt it hit my tongue. It hit my tongue with some force. Something happens when you swallow. When it goes over the hump, down the throat, it's different. It hits different. Ooh, wow. I totally said that, Janet. I'm not going to change my life. You know what I mean? I'm not going to go ahead and just change direction. I just feel like it would be fun. I feel like it would be super duper fun. Ooh. And I have some friends that are that do that kind of dancing. I don't think that they do it for money, but they should. I'll throw dollars at them. They're good. They're real good. That's one of my favorite things about the crew is we'll get together and fire dance, and then we'll hang out and just talk about super deep topics and feast and have a family dinner with 12 people, and then we'll sojourn to the foyer, to the dining room, the front room. We'll all lounge and take turns wowing each other on the pole. It's the most weirdest, wildest, good-hearted humans ever. I love my people. Wow, that was a good one. I'm just perma squint now. I think that one was a 6, guys. I feel like I'm coming back down. I'm at a 5, but That one I feel like popped over the 5 hump for sure. Sometimes I talk mess about my dad because I like to, not because he deserves it or because there's a good reason, just because I want to. So like if I'm ever talking mess about my dad, just grain of salt. He's a great man. I love him to death, and he's a great, huge part of who I am today. Of why I turned out so good. I think so. But I really, really, really do get some kicks out of ripping on him. So I probably will. Shout out to the Admiral, the reason we're all here in the first place. What a guy. I'm definitely gonna eat Brazy Girl. I have 2 more tacos worth of taco stuff to eat, and then I can eat something else. Ben, I don't think that his heat tolerance is unreal. I think that his ability to fake it is unreal. Not that he's not doing it. I just mean that his ability to act like it's not affecting him is paramount. I think that he turns the camera off and suffers. That's what I think. But I think he turns the camera off and hates existence. That's what I think. As far as the hot stuff goes, yeah, I think that he turns off the camera and wishes he hadn't done that. Shouldn't have done that. He's just a boy. Shouldn't have done that. He's just a boy. Yeah, how is Valerie doing? Let's get some ones up for Valerie, all right? You guys are already on it, probably. Wow, my tongue is still burning. I think we're at like a 3 or a 4, but it's still like, you know what I mean? Just that pepper popping, pepper popping. Apparently, my dad can give me stripper tips. Is this true, Casey? Is that another secret skill that my pops has? Yeah, he definitely loves me more than life itself, I tell you what. This is a certainty. I feel like Chow Yun Smut says, in some families, talking mess is a love language. I feel like we were apart for so long. So when I talk mess, he doesn't get it sometimes now. I think that he doesn't know whether or not I'm serious or faking it or joking, or I think sometimes he doesn't know how to take me. So I try not to. I don't know. I'm working on building our relationship back up. It's like we didn't know each other for a long time, kind of thing. Like we were the best of friends, and then we were apart for like 15 years. I'm gonna be like, yo, where's the stripper tips, pops? Maybe it's my fault for not ever telling him that I wanted to throw this ass around. I like talking a little dirty sometimes too. Sorry, not sorry. Pepper popping pain would sound like corn if it made a sound. Interesting. Well, my teeth are starting to hurt. I think I'm gonna get out of here. Maybe I'll just give my teeth an extra brush or something. I don't know. I don't want to brush the enamel right off of them, so maybe not. Brazy Girl, I think we're gonna work something out for like an extended Admiral stay. We're gonna put him in the extended stay cabin at the bow of the boat, so he can stay a little longer. In fact, I think I'm gonna give him things to do. I think I'm gonna have him like I'm not doing anything for like Scientology or pop culture or like that. I want to talk about the Diddy thing, but I don't want to talk about the Diddy thing. I feel like I'm going to have him do the stuff I don't want to do. I'm going to get him to do our pop culture stuff, like I don't know, a lot of the people on this boat found us from other veins, So I think we're gonna continue doing different fun, wacky stuff, There's also, it's been a long time since we did wacky Scoville shenanigans, So I'm gonna task my dad out with some stuff that he can do. So I think that you're gonna get to see a little more Admiral a little more often. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Also, the fun thing I wanted to talk about today, but I didn't because I didn't want to do it tired and drained from my health, was the Diddy thing. And everyone's talking about all these crazy things, this like super outlandish, wild aspects of this like thing. They're getting quite out of hand, getting sick and tired of seeing it. Like, do you guys wonder how he got to this crazy place? Do you guys remember when he first came on the scene? That's the story I want to talk about. I want to talk about how he got here because his story is wild and he's brushed elbows with the greatest in the industry, like the greatest. He's been around since the beginning. So I don't know. I think there's a lot to explore there. We'll even have the opportunity to put our tinfoil hat on. And I'm really, really excited to talk about it because I can't help but get excited about it. And I can already tell I'm really glad I didn't talk about it today because talking about it for 5 seconds was too much. Like I'm already like, ugh. But yeah, we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about the human side of it all. Like I understand there's some wild stuff going on, but come on, guys. Like he wasn't born that way. You feel me? Like he walked a long, arduous road. Arduous is the wrong word. I'm not sticking up for the cat at all. I think he's a monster. But he wasn't friggin' born that way. You know what I mean? He made a lot of decisions on a long road. He chose to be that man. So we're going to talk about all that. Not today. Not today. I would love to just bust right into it. And yes, we were talking about stripper lessons. Thank you for saying that, Brazy Girl. Filled the chair beautifully. I really appreciate that. I was nervous for a little while. I'm not nervous anymore. Absolutely. And again, I want to make sure you guys know I'm not defending the guy at all. At all. I just think like the most interesting part of the story hasn't been told yet. And have no fear, there will be plenty to speculate on. We don't have all the details. They're not all facts. There's going to be a ton of speculation, so it's going to be way fun. We'll do it. I'm going to get this tooth pulled first. I'm going to feel better. I want to be able to spend a full session in the gym. I want to be healthy like that. And then we'll talk about it. I'll come out guns blazing. It'll be worth it. I promise. It'll be worth the wait. I would not be opposed to having a stripper pole right there. That would be sick. Or right there. This room's going to get a lot bigger when I move this in there. Or maybe I put the stripper pole in the back in there. I don't know. Who knows? I bet you they're like $100-something bucks. I bet you I could work one into the budget or something. Or honestly, someone might even buy me one if I promised to learn how to dance on it. All right, guys. No, for real, I'm getting out of here. Catch the Admiral this evening at 7:30 p.m. Pacific time, about an hour and a half from now. Hit that like, subscribe, and the bell for notifications if you like what we do here. It certainly makes a difference, and it would make my day. I tell you what. When you see the Admiral, tell him the captain sent you. Tell him I sent you. It makes me look real good. Love yourself today.